Alexia and Sophia Umansky wow in twinning leopard-print looks. The Umansky girls kicked off festival season in style, not that we expected anything less. On Friday, April 11, sisters Alexia Umansky and Sophia Umansky hit Indio, California for Coachella's opening weekend. And just like in previous years, they made sure to bring their fashion A-game. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills daughters began the festivities in matching animal print looks from White Fox Boutique, a popular online retailer based in Sydney, Australia. Alexia and Sophia show off their matching festival ensembles. Sophia stepped out in the wishful thinking halter playsuit, a short bodysuit design with a low scoop neckline, and the brand's recognizable wild print. She accessorized the fun look with channel sunglasses, a black cord necklace, brown cowboy boots, and the thick chocolate brown Hayden belt with metallic studs throughout. Alexia also rocked the White Fox wild print, but skipped the bodysuit in favor of a sizzling two-piece look. She wore the Lunar's Dream bikini-like top with a front hoop charm and cute bead detailing under the vest. The top was paired with matching flared pants with side cutouts, front ruching, and beaded tie strings. The sisters, daughters of RHOVA's Kyle Richards, wore the twinning ensembles to the 818 Outpost, an exclusive, invite-only event for Kendall Jenner's tequila brand. The interactive party was presented by the Wood Group and featured a handful of brand pop-ups and a live performance by DGP, Aka Anderson, Paik. Sophia takes fans inside her shopping trip for Coachella. Days before Coachella weekend, Sophia hit up TikTok to share a sneak peek at her festival outfits. She documented a quick shopping trip on Melrose Avenue, picking up a few pieces she could incorporate into her existing wardrobe. So I did end up finding a few things. It wasn't as successful of a day as I hoped, she said in the vlog. But I have a few pieces that I think I can work with. I'm gonna go home, gather a few of my own clothes that I think I can work with. Then I'm going to my best friend's house, and I'm gonna raid her closet. I'm gonna use her clothes, my clothes, the clothes I bought today, and we're gonna make something work. Sophia then blessed her followers with some try-on footage, showing off several potential outfits for Coachella weekend. The fits included a brown two-piece with a sleeveless top and matching lace-up shorts, a black tank and a black semi-sheer lace skirt, and a sleeveless striped sweater top with a matching mini-skirt. These are the outfits we came up with, Sophia said. Today was actually a very successful day. I'm feeling very good. Sophia recently took to social media to set the record straight on her cosmetic treatments. A Coachella story of sisterhood and style. It was the kind of weekend that glittered on calendars for months in advance. The second April sun hit its stride over the Indio desert. It was officially Coachella season. Music and dust would dance in the air. Influencers would descend like migrating birds in mesh, fringe, and sequins, and the desert would become a catwalk of self-expression. And right in the heart of it all stood sisters Alexia and Sophia Umansky, the unofficial royalty of the influencer festival world, not just because of their famous pedigree, but because they had style and something more, a bond that ran deeper than blood and glimmered just as brightly as their festival looks. They were twinning, but not just in clothes, in confidence, spirit, and undeniable energy. Desert arrival. The sun hadn't even fully climbed into the sky when Alexia turned the convertible off the highway and onto the dusty road that led to their villa. Is it weird that I already feel like this weekend is going to be legendary? She asked, flipping her sunglasses down as wind swept through her dark hair. Sophia, reclining in the passenger seat with her legs curled under her, grinned and tilted her head back. It's only weird if it isn't. I mean, come on. Coachella, sun, music, fashion, and us in matching leopard print? Yeah, we're about to break the internet. They'd rolled out in full glam, not in a try-too-hard way, but in that effortlessly curated aesthetic that had become synonymous with the Umansky sisters. Their leopard-print looks from White Fox Boutique had been carefully selected. And yes, maybe they'd spent 4 hours on FaceTime debating which one would wear the playsuit and who would get the flared pants, but it was worth it. Fashion was their canvas, and this weekend, it was a masterpiece waiting to happen. As they stepped out of the car, the villa echoed with laughter, music, and the low hum of pre-festival excitement. Influencers, creatives, and industry insiders mingled by the pool, most pretending not to notice the arrival of the Umanskys, but all inevitably sneaking glances. The twinning moment. Later that afternoon, just before they made their grand entrance at the 818 Outpost, Kendall Jenner's exclusive tequila-fueled desert oasis, the sisters stood in front of the full-length mirror in their suite. "Okay," Sophia said, adjusting the Hayden belt on her playsuit. "Do we look like we belong at this party, or like we own this party?" Alexia smirked, fluffing her hair. "Babe, we are the party." They stepped out into the blazing sun, and the effect was instantaneous. People stared, phones came out, shutters clicked. The White Fox wild print shimmered against the golden hour light, turning their already cohesive outfits into something cinematic. Sophia's playsuit, sleek and flirty, hugged her frame just right, the halter neckline dipping low enough to tease, but not to shock. The cowboy boots were a bold touch, grounding the look with a desert chic edge. Meanwhile, Alexia's two-piece outfit offered a slightly edgier silhouette, all sculpted lines and soft curves, her top beaded and delicately wild, the flared pants swishing with her every move. Together, they were a walking editorial. The 818 Outpost was already buzzing with tequila tastings, immersive art installations, and a surprise DJ set by Anderson. Pack under his alter ego DGP, we. But when the Umanskys arrived, something shifted. Not because of who their mother was, not because of their social clout, but because they brought the rare energy of two women in full celebration, of themselves, of each other, and of the moment. Behind the glam, but behind every slayworthy photo is a real story, and this one began a week earlier in Los Angeles. Sophia was hunched over a clothing rack on Melrose Avenue, squinting against the spring sun as she picked through hangers. Her friend Lola trailed behind her with a matcha latte and a critical eye. "Too denim, too shiny, too 2017, Sophia mumbled, tossing garments aside. "Where is the magic?" "Maybe it's at Zara," Lola teased. They laughed, but there was pressure too. Coachella wasn't just about fun. It was a statement. Every outfit had the power to make headlines or worse, not. Later that night, Sophia vlogged the chaos, her shopping frustrations, the impromptu closet raid at Lola's, and the montage of try-on sessions in her bedroom. Her TikTok blew up. "You really let us in," one fan commented. "This is the content I alive ye for," said another. And it wasn't just the outfits. Sophia also used the opportunity to respond candidly to rumors swirling about cosmetic work. She addressed it with grace and honesty. "I've always believed in being transparent," she said, looking directly into the camera. "I've had some treatments, nothing drastic, just small enhancements that make me feel confident. And I think that's okay. It's not about perfection. It's about feeling like the best version of you." That honesty made waves. The comment section flooded with support. Sophia's message: authenticity is the new aesthetic. Nightfall at the Outpost. As twilight draped the desert in lavender hues, the 818 Outpost came alive. Neon lights flickered. Music pulsed from speakers embedded in sand-sculpted stages. Celebrities and fashion icons sipped cocktails infused with jalapeno and grapefruit. The Umanskys moved through it all like pros, pausing for selfies, laughing with fellow influencers, dancing to Anderson, Pake's surprise remix of "Come Down." At one point, Kendall Jenner herself floated over to say hello. "You guys look insane," she said, toasting their outfits with a raised glass. Like, who even let you walk around looking this good? Sophia and Alexia shared a secret look, one forged in 1,000 shared memories. Childhood dances, heartbreaks, late-night styling sessions. They didn't need to say anything. The bond between them said it all. But perhaps the real magic happened off-camera. When the crowd drifted toward the fire pits and DJP, we faded into his final track. The sisters wandered to the edge of the party, where the desert stretched endlessly under the stars. They sat on a blanket, sipping drinks, laughing about their chaotic morning, and marveling at how far they'd come. I used to be terrified of this stuff, Sophia admitted. The attention, the pressure. Alexia looked at her sister, eyes soft. You've grown so much, and you did it on your own terms. Sophia smiled. Thanks to you. No, Alexia said. Thanks to us. Afterglow. The next morning, the internet woke up to a tidal wave of images and reactions. Leopard-Print legends. Umansky sisters shut down Coachella Night 1. Sophia and Alexia Umansky prove twinning is winning. Sister goals. How the Umanskys brought Coachella back to fashion's roots. Photos of their wild print ensembles, twirling in the wind, laughing in the desert light, were everywhere. But more than the clothes, it was the story people connected with. The realness, the friendship, the joy.